then finish with old business. And so tonight we have the application of Mark and Jean Gerard, high groundwater ordinance application, which would be a recommendation to the zoning board. And John?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, staff, legal counsel, and members of the general public. My name is John Murphy. I represent Mark and Jean Gerard, who are seated right here in the row next to my table. And they are the owners of a piece of property that has been in the Gerard family since the 1940s, going back to when Jamestown Shores was first developed. The Gerard family has had a cottage on a piece of land near Sunset Beach. And the Gerards are here because they intend to retire to Jamestown and build a year-round home for themselves and their family. And they have to get approval under the high groundwater ordinance. They have to get a special use permit from the town of Jamestown Zoning Board of Review. And first, we make the presentation to you, as you all know, I'm sure, and you give a recommendation to the Zoning Board of Review. I'd like to introduce the other members of our team. Julia Gerald is the architect who designed the house, and John Lawless is the engineer. Both of them will be presenting information to you tonight. The Gerards are here to answer any questions that you may have about the house and their family, what their needs are. This is a project that will need no variances from the Zoning Board of Review. The only thing we need is the high groundwater special use permit. I think if you look at my letter, which is in your package of November 18, it gives a pretty good outline of all the documents that have been submitted in this matter. And every single base under the ordinance, which is section 82.314, is touched. This project complies with all of the requirements established for Subdistrict A, which is the higher groundwater of the two districts. And the house that has been designed by Julia and the engineering that has been provided by John Lawless is consistent with what's going on in the Jamestown Shores neighborhood. This house is well within the parameters of what you have approved in other instances. For example, there is a house immediately to the north of this one. I think the family name is Lambrosona, which is on a much smaller lot, but it's a house of similar size. And there are beautiful views there, and Julia's house is intended to take advantage of those views. So, with no further introduction being necessary, I'll ask John Lawless just to go up and describe the engineering details dealing with high groundwater and waste disposal on the premises. John, would you just briefly describe your background?
Absolutely. Commissioners, good evening. My name is John Lawless. I'm a registered professional engineer in the state of Rhode Island, and I am representing the Gerards tonight as their engineer. And I would like to describe the property, both the existing conditions and the proposed conditions. And I have several plans I'm referring to here, so I'll consider those as well.
Mr. Wallace, excuse me, before you continue, I'll entertain a motion to recognize Mr. Wallace as an expert witness. A second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
I have a few plans I'm going to be referring to. All of the plans should be in your package. The Gerard's property is known as Plat 16, Lot 26. It is number 7 Mark Avenue, and the drawing R1 200-foot radius map shows the location of the property in the neighborhood. The property is currently occupied by a single-family house the property currently has an existing single-family house, it's a three-bedroom house. And as Mr. Murphy explained earlier, it was constructed back in the 40s. The